Okay, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot right here, and we are back on TFD. Thank you so much to those of you that showed up for my Raid Shadow Legends stream. Alright, I really appreciate it, so thank you guys for all that. Now I'm looking forward to just chilling and farming, which I will do. And this is going to be a relaxed follow-up stream, so I'm just gonna relax and chill out. Nothing too serious, nothing too crazy. Phew. It was a good time. It was a good time. I didn't expect to go overtime as much as I did, but man, I really needed to level up my characters. I actually have it going on my phone again. It's coming back. It's coming back. Now, what's this maintenance free patch that happened? Ah, so Veil Analyzer has been fixed. Damn it. Damn it! They fixed the Veil Analyzer. I wanted to abuse it. No! No! No wonder it was so good. Ah, well. Them's the breaks, I guess. Also kind of nice to not be in the corn outfits anymore. So, that's a thing. Let me now swap off said corn outfits. Okay. Gotta resave my presets. No more of them corn outfits for me. Okay, grand. I did wanna test it, you know. But I'm gonna test it now. I wonder what'll happen, actually. I know the Veil Analyzer was applying way too much damage, but still.
Welcome to the Marshals Lab.
I wonder. You know, they reset the leaderboard timings because of the whole Veil Analyzer shenanigans, so yeah. Hopefully, that'll sort things out. What do you need, SBG? You can ask your question. How to get the Peacemaker? Just fight Gluttony, dude. Just fight Gluttony. And what do you mean the journal doesn't explain it? It does explain it. Library. Peacemaker. Alright, now SBG about to get scolded. Okay. Do you see? Blueprint. Intercept battle Gluttony. What do you mean it doesn't explain it? Go to the library, check each blueprint. Okay, hard intercept Gluttony. You can even set it as a target reward just in case. Go fight Gluttony. That's how you get the Peacemaker. You disappoint me, SBG. This is not a question you should even need to ask your boy. Alright? This is the basic of the basics, my man. Okay, from now on, I want to make sure that you guys always understand what you're doing. Okay, these are not questions you should ever need to ask. No, 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 no. Everything is in the library. There's no secrets. I'll say it again. There's no secrets. Everything is in the library. Always check the library. If you do not check the library, you are the one at fault, good sir. Okay, please, please, please check the library properly. Do not simply make assumptions and do not go in blind, okay? Do not. Blind is bad. Okay. Now y'all gotta give me a second. I gotta set up my multi-battles. Now I'm back on that raid kick, so sorry fam, but this is what I gotta do. 10 should be enough. Start. And while I raid, once I get the feel for this, it'll be a lot easier for me to set up. While I raid, I'm gonna go kill. Remember, anything you need is always in one location. What's that location? Library. Nothing else. Straight to the library, you'll never have problems. Check the library, follow what it says. Do not follow anything the library does not say. The game information is always accurate. Game's never wrong. Okay, let's do this. What's good? Life is good. Everything's good.
Death to the blasphemous.
No problem. Just don't let it happen again. Because you're somebody that watches me frequently. You should know all the rules by now, pal. Alright? I can expect it of a noob, but I can't expect it of you. Alright? I know you're good enough to understand what I teach, so pay attention to my lessons. And don't forget, you want to help me out? You really want to help me out? In exchange for all my information? Download Raid through my link, play to level 12, alright? If you don't like it, you can uninstall it. If you do like it, play to level 25. That'll help me out. Think of it as a little bit of payback for all the information that I give. Incorrect as well, Atreus. You can find out, and if you need to Google, then you've already gotten it wrong, because the person that's telling you, how you so certain that their information is correct? When I farm stuff, you need to be here at those streams. Watch how I do it, because I can guarantee you I always use the most efficient methodology. If you're Googling, it means that you haven't learned your lessons. And if you haven't learned your lessons, you're already playing wrong. Not trying to throw shade, but this is how it is. Anyone that is taught by the RealAsian Nation should know exactly what to do at all times. Otherwise, it means I failed in my training. Well, in that case, that's the only thing that Google's got right. But if you do, in case you don't understand, what I'm trying to warn you against is sometimes when you Google, you're going to find some random Reddit post or some random statement made by some guy in the official Discord that he posted up on the internet, and it's going to be wrong. Be careful. All right? This is why I harp on it so much. Follow the methodologies that I teach you. Because if you end up Googling the wrong shit, all right, you cannot verify that information. You follow it blindly, you're going to get done. Learn the lessons that we teach here. I promise you, you'll do a lot better. At the end of the day, I can't force you. That's each individual's choice, what they want to do. But I don't, honestly, do not recommend blindly Googling or following things blindly. Alright? As the quickest way to get into trouble. We're down level 17. Yeah, Veil Analyzer is back to normal. That is such a shame. Yeah, I knew it had to be bugged, and thus they fixed it. I wonder if they were secretly watching my stream or something. That's how they knew. That's how they knew. Oh, that's sad. That's sad. What a shame. Truly, what a shame. Ah, well. It is what it is. Could be a lot worse. Okay, back to just rifling. Sag. I knew when they mentioned their whole thing about Veil Analyzer and how it's blown stuff apart, I was like, no way. No way. But, wounded. That is a pain. I was so happy. Oh well. It is what it is. It was so nice having that extra damage. But I guess I kind of knew in my heart of hearts they would not let that fly. It was never going to work.
Ask one a month.
It was fun while it lasted. Okay, let's head out. Now, what I am going to do is, y'all give me a second. Oh, she's only level 35. I want her level to be higher, but that's fine. I can live with it. I'll make use of the glorious loading screen to speed level. Don't need you anymore. Five multi-battles. Let's go. And back in. Wait a minute. I knew something was wrong.
I have punished the wicked.
Veil Analyzer might still be good, actually. Cause I just realized I'm not in my full mode. Veil Analyzer might still be good. Okay, 1 second. I forgot I have to rejig my stuff. I'm going to try with the Veil Analyzer again. Okay. Save. Because this time we're going to use that. Toxic. Strike point amplification's fine. Okay, again. Yep, Veil Analyzer might still be good. Okay, I think we can work with this. Even though there was unintended damage and we have corrected, and they've already corrected that in the latest patch, Okay. Okay. Well, I don't have Ultimate Blair yet. He's still cooking. Please take note, Dwayne. And I've been asked this question 15 bajillion times already, so forgive me for being very irritable about it. But everybody always asks me, how's Ultimate Blair? You do realize that this is a FTP channel. I play at the same rate that you guys do. I don't buy power like those other, you know, jack-offs. I only do things in accordance with the same pace that you guys do. Kwang, please check my patch notes video. The answer is in there. You should have watched the whole patch notes video. Okay? I will not be answering a question that I've already answered in the patch notes video. Please review the video. Pay attention to the bug fix section and don't skip any parts of the video. Thank you. So yes, please remember, Dwayne, I do not buy my progression. So I'm not going to buy Ultimate Blair and straight away play him. No. 36 hours. When you see the stream title is Testing Ultimate Blair, you should tune in then and you can see the testing for yourself live. All right? Never ever ask me in advance. Because I don't do that. And anybody who is a watcher of the RealAsianRobot should know. This channel is focused only on proper testing and getting the information as it comes out. Not early. We don't do any bullshit. Okay? I hope you won't ever ask again. But whatever comes out in future, don't ever ask early. Because I won't have it early. I can only play at the... And this is my thing. This is my whole channel. I play at the same pace that you guys do. Always. I will never rush ahead of you guys. Of course, Martin. 36 is standard for all the ultimates. Now, if you bought him, then you may not know that. But listen, for you guys, it doesn't matter if you buy it. But for me, I will always play at the standard rate of any normal player. So please do me a favor and do not be one of those guys that ask, so how's Ultimate Blair? Like literally day one, it's like, bro, I gotta build him, bro. I gotta literally cook the fella. I swear. Some of y'all, it feels like you don't even know what my channel's all about. You know, I'm not just the best TFD guy, I'm the guy that plays like a regular player. I don't buy shit. Because if I buy everything and just like clear it super fast, then I'm not helping you guys. I'm not doing anything to make your experience better. I'm just gonna run out of content faster. It's like seriously stupid. So I'd never do that, you know? I always find people that just buy it straight away and buy all the catalysts like absolutely stupid because it's just such a waste. You're cutting out content for yourself. Why? So you can be ahead of all your other viewers. You should be playing together with your viewers, you know? I mean, at the same pace, not ahead of all of them. Right, Nokula?
Divine punishment. We will not fail.
Because content creators have to rush ahead of me, I like turtles. Because they know that as soon as I drop my stuff, everybody's just going to watch my stuff instead of theirs. So their only opportunity is the short period where I'm not doing stuff. Albion Cavalry is a good weapon, but I don't personally use it for a lot of stuff. So I just don't like it. You know, honestly. I don't know why a lot of people like it. I just don't. The more I look at it, the more I'm like, I don't like this weapon. I prefer the Malevolent, if you ask me. Hey, Heather. How's it going? I'm honestly doing fine today, by the way. Just finished up my Raid Shadow Legends stream, so pretty okay. Can't really complain. And now I'm back being addicted to that game again. So I'm letting it run on my phone. Frostwatcher? Tell me, does anyone actually use the Frostwatcher? Because I'm pretty sure the answer is nobody on the planet does. So the current state of the Frostwatcher is unusable. Yep. And for anyone that wants to support me, please make sure you guys, okay, download Raid Shadow Legends. Play to level 12 if you missed the stream. Alright? It's honestly worth your time. You don't like it after level 12? Uninstall. But give it a try. It's a great way to support me without having to spend anything extra. Well, you can still use the Enduring Legacy, but it's absolutely washed, for sure. And Devil, everyone uses the Last Dagger. It's one of the best weapons in the game for certain characters. So if you don't have the Last Dagger, then you're sad. Of course you did. But you can always watch it back later. Nope, that was a waste. Went in too early. What a shame. I triggered my stuff early because I wasn't paying attention. Mr. Oink, if you ever speak to me about that absolutely racist game with racist developers and the world's most toxic and racist community, please note that you will not be allowed to chat in my stream, so don't ever ask me about that game, okay? I have nothing to do with that game, I've never played that game, and I do not want my sponsors associated with that game. So if you want to talk about it, then you are effectively supporting the world's biggest racists. Your choice, Mr. Oink. I do want to mess around with the Albion cavalry gun, maybe at a later time when I'm ready to commit to it. But right now I just don't feel like it. Hello, nobody.
Face the flame.
How's life going? Anyway, a lot of people have mad love for the Albion cavalry gun, but I don't know, I just can't get behind it. I still just use the Malevolent when I want to do stuff. Right now, though, my only interest is in getting my consumables up to 600, then buying 2 outfits, and then I'll carry on. All while playing some Raid. I think I did, Martin. I think I traumatized her so hard she fell asleep this morning and never came back. It's the same one in the Serena boss build, Devil. I never change my build. If I change my build, I have to release a new video explaining the change. So there's been no change to the build. You should be using the same build I gave you last time. Please apply the same builds unless I release an updated video. Okay, is that understood? You should never have to ask, is this same build? Because I'll tell you one thing. On this channel, take note, I am an official content creator. Anytime there's an important change, I will need to update you. It's required. Because otherwise, I'll be breaking my professional rules. What element would I be? Absolutely toxic, because I'm sick of all your shit. I'm kidding. But honestly, I would probably be fire element. If I had to pick. Fire or electric would probably be my 2 elements, because that's the style of man I am. I'm a fiery individual, you know? I burn. Okay, let me see what I got now. I was born funny. Now y'all gotta give me a moment. I gotta upgrade this silliness. Okay, good. If anyone's wondering what I'm doing, I'm literally playing Raid Shadow Legends in the background. I'm not kidding when I said this game was good. It is actually very, very good and a lot of fun. Okay. There we go. Well, see you later, Dwayne. Just remember, don't be asking weird stuff next time, alright? Well, nobody, you should be grinding Sigma Sector 24/7. Anytime you're not grinding Sigma Sector, you are wasting time. Always be grinding, alright? ABG. Always be grinding at all times. Anytime you're not in Sigma Sector, you are failing yourself. Until every single character is perfectly arcade tuned, always be in Sigma Sector. Yeah. Me too. That's why I don't care about medals. I'm not going to get a single one, Frieza. It's a waste of time. I'm a sensible man with a sensible life. There's no way I'm wasting my time on that shite.
Into the light.
I'm gonna spend enough catalysts and then play other video games rather than chasing medals here. Medals are for people to show that they are addicts of the First Descendant. And that's okay. I would rather make more money doing sponsored streams instead. Alright? The only time I'll even bother getting a medal is if TFD sponsored me with a lot of pay. then sure, I'll do it. Can, no problem. As you say in Chinese, 可以. But the pay must match. No pay, then don't feel like doing. What does the last dagger actually do? The last dagger is a handgun. Fires a lot of bullets, kills things. If you don't know what it does, look for my video called Glay and the Last Dagger. Watch that video, start to finish. Serena with the Secret Garden? No, Serena does not use the Secret Garden. The Secret Garden is not a weapon meant for Serena. Anytime you don't see me use a weapon on a particular Descendant, it means that the weapon is most likely not useful for that Descendant. Always use the most efficient weapon with the appropriate Descendant. You use the inappropriate weapon with the inappropriate Descendant, it's not going to work well for you. Alright, Ali Mac, understand that straight up. Do not waste time. Time is valuable and precious. Well, sorry, Atreus, that's how we operate here. Okay? If you want to ask a question that's already in a video, I'm going to direct you straight to the video. If you tell me you do not want to watch a video, I cannot help you. Okay? You want to make conversation and socialize, this is not the place to do it. There's a place for people to learn and be provided with information. So once again, if you do not respect our ways, there's a door you can leave. Okay? I'm going to say it straight. And if you're one of those that thinks that I just want views on my videos, I don't. But what I will say is that the information in there will help you, rather than me going through everything and explaining it on stream, which is a gigantic waste of time. And it's also not fair to the other viewers. So either go watch the video, or don't come back. Simple. Those medals are wild, Martin. Do I recommend leveling up your fellow? Yes. Yes. You should be leveling up your fellow. Hey, Chester, give me a second. Killing the Tormentor. Build my build, bro. Build Blair and the Last Dagger, you'll never be stuck there again. Or you can build Serena and the Malevolent, and you won't be stuck there ever again, Chester, so get building. Now, when it comes to leveling up your doggo, it is pretty important. Why? Because the more you level up your doggo, the more their benefits here will increase. So, always level it up. Plus, you get mastery for leveling up your doggo. So your doggo should be max level, nothing less. If your doggo is less than max level, get leveling it. Alright? Always be leveling. Anytime you are not leveling, you are wasting time. Do not waste time. You're most welcome.
It is time for your judgment.
They already do, actually. Although it's usually rolled into one of the other sections, because it's like 10 seconds. Usually after the modules, I will say which fellow's best. So if you watch the full video thoroughly, I do actually mention it. But if there are more fellows later down the line, then I suppose I could put a timestamp, but honestly, it'll just be like 10 seconds. So I'm probably gonna roll it into another section and make sure people watch the full video, because a lot of people like to skip through the videos. And look, I'll be real with you, I know most people only watch 5 or 6 minutes of the videos. That's fine, but you're gonna miss out on information. I know who is screenshotting and I know who's not, because they'll always ask me questions like that. I promise you. Look, yes, I get it. It's 20 minutes. Nobody wants to spend 20 minutes watching a video. But if you do, you will gain a lot of information. You'll gain a lot of knowledge. Don't be one of those guys that's like, oh, but I just want to ask the streamer. No, 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 no. If you just want to ask the streamer, then most of the time, right, I'm going to throw them back a question. What bills do you pay for me to give you information when I've already spent the time making a detailed video for you? What extra bills do you pay? Like, if Martin asked me for extra information, do you know how much Martin pays me per month? No problem. Anything he needs, he got it. But for the average person, like, dude, homie, I made a whole video. At least, you know, respect my effort. You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, I keep it simple. I tell people watch the full video. And that's why, you know, you need to watch the whole thing. A lot of people, I can see the average watch time, 6 minutes. Some people just grab screenshots and go, you know? I know the type. But they're only harming themselves. If you take the time, yeah, my videos are 20 minutes, but you spend those 20 minutes, it's the best 20 minutes you'll ever spend. Because that way you got full knowledge, you don't have to worry, you don't have to stress about it. You just go in there and start ripping and tearing, you know? Doom guy style. So, for me at least, it makes a hell of a lot of sense when people do that. Hello, Joey. How's it going? I hope it's going good. I always try to make a fair point. Besides, I know people. I get people. People are people. They're always going to be the type to try and find a shortcut. But I'm not that sort of man. You know, when I teach properly. I give you the full picture. Because taking shortcuts, that doesn't suit me. Not my style. Well, they will probably nerf Serena, or so they've said. I don't know 100% if they will, but that would appear to be the current situation. Again, no idea if that will come true, but that appears to be what they're talking about, what they want to do. But I think they're going to be very careful with it because, as mentioned, as they themselves know, if they do that, people are going to be very, very pissed. So I don't think so. But either way, you know, I think it is not going to be something that they're going to do lightly. So I'm just going to hope that they will remain intelligent about what they intend to do. That's my thought process anyway. If they're wise, they won't do anything foolish. If they're not wise, then expect foolishness.
Impudent bastards.
By the way, I'm sorry, y'all. It's been so long, but oh, thanks, man. I do have to play some Raid Shadow Legends in the background. I am once again back in the fold.
As quiet as a monster.
Good. I'm glad to hear that, Joey. I'm doing fine, you know. But I am going to promote, if any of you guys miss my Raid Shadow Legends stream, that's totally fine. But do consider downloading the game through my link. Just play it to level 12. If you don't like it, uninstall it. But honestly, it's a great game. Check it out if you like. Because I can tell you right now, I'm having a blast with it. In fact, I'm going to go back to town because I'm going to go and level up a character real quick. I'm enjoying myself so much that I am actually back playing it in the background. I don't know, Gilberto. I've never used her for that, so if you find that it's a good time, good. If you don't, then, well, try to improve. But honestly, why would it, like, just genuine question, why would I bother using Viessa when I can use Serena in half the time? Honest question, right? So for me personally, I don't waste time with that. Until Viessa can compete with Serena, I'm not going to waste my time. It's just a for fun kind of thing, you know? Some people want to play for fun. They want to use some skill-based descendants. Okay, good. Because at the end of the day, Void Erosion 30 doesn't matter anymore. Now you have to do the challenge mode if you want to get on the leaderboard. So no point in doing well in level 30, even with whatever characters. They wanted to open up variety, but I find it pointless, if you ask me. As I always say, my dear ladies and gents, what do we say to the god of death? Waste of time. And what do we not do here? We don't waste time. I believe that the top 100 is always competitive, but at the end of the day, I will say this much. Unless you really, really want to, Duxton, unless you really, really are so addicted to TFD that you really want to, I don't bother. At the end of the day, it really is quite meaningless. So, Even in Monster Hunter, they understood how meaningless and pointless it was to the extent that they've made it so that, like, basically just participating, you can do quite well in Monster Hunter now. So I really like that they did that. It feels really good. I always spit facts because there's no point. If I waste your time, then I'm wasting my own time as well. Hey, Knife Show. I'm a very straightforward kind of guy. When I see something is good, bad, whatever, I just tell people XYZ, okay, have fun. Now what they choose to do with that information, that's beyond me. But I'm always just going to give people an honest answer. And I believe at the end of the day that that is very important. Okay. Now, forgive me one more time. I gotta do this little thing right here. Always takes me a moment, but just got to. Can't remember who it is. Ah, this one. This guy. The so-called Denid. Okay, we're gonna use the Eris. Now, if you guys are wondering what I'm doing, I'm on Raid Shadow Legends in the background, legitimately just pumping my characters up so I can farm more and portal more into the game. Hey, John. Then I'll get back to farming.
New subscriber detected.
Welcome, new subscriber. It's good to have you here with us. The addiction is back. And I'm back at it again. Good. Leveled up. Now I can go back to the campaign. Gotta set it up in the background, you know. Okay, that. And then for the rank 3 fellas. Let's get him up to snuff. 3 multi-battles. Back in we go. Well, yes, but that is how they decided to do it. Pretty much same, Duxton. I don't care about the medals. Well, that's exactly the thing, Duxton. I'm not desperate like the others. I don't care about speed. I care about reality. So all I do here is I test it first. Doesn't matter if somebody releases a video before me. At the end of the day, I'm very, very confident that everybody who's real anyway is going to watch my video, so. I prefer to test, work on it in front of my audience, let them see it, and then I publish the build. So, I don't worry too much about speed. In fact, I'm probably the slowest creator out of anybody else. That's why I don't buy my progression, none of it. It's no use worrying about it. You know, everybody knows my rep. They know what I can and cannot do, so I just relax. And wow, all these moving fortress bits. They look cool, but I'm just gonna dump them right now because I do not want them at all. Knife Show, I will answer your question when I want to answer your question. Do not hurry me unless it has disappeared from chat completely. Okay, that is very, very impolite, so don't do that. Now, I will answer your question this time, but don't ever do that again. I will work on Ultimate Blair, as I have mentioned before in the past, okay? I always will at least try out new stuff so that I can see whether or not it's worthwhile for you. I will always do that. Doesn't matter whether you say please or not, don't ever do that again. You ever do that again, I'll happily throw you out here. Okay? unless your chat has completely disappeared from the screen, don't ever ask a streamer or a content creator, especially when I'm talking to other people or answering other questions. Don't ever say, so please answer my question. Don't ever do that. To me, I consider that absolutely rude, whether you said please or not. Don't ever do it. Let me answer things at my own pace, do things at my own pace. If you aren't happy with that, then you better be one of the top supporters on my channel. Okay? I want to be very serious about this, because there's nothing more unpleasant than somebody hurrying you or making you answer things or things like that as if they're entitled to it. And again, I'm going to be point blank and blunt when I say this. Unless you have a membership badge that shows you are one of the top members, or unless you are one of the top donors on my donor leaderboard, you don't have any right to go ahead of others. So please don't do that. Okay? It makes it very unpleasant for the streamer and for you if I have to scold you like a child, and I don't want to do that. So please let streamers work through their chat. I'm doing my best. Okay? You want a fast answer? Then simple. Make sure it comes with money. You get your answer fast.
I have punished the wicked.
And for those that want to support, don't forget, my music and merch is all out there. So feel free to take a gander. Yes, indeed.
New subscriber detected.
Welcome, new subscribers. Welcome to the best TFD channel for accurate information, of course.
Death to the corrupt. Death to the corrupt.
Everything takes a while in this game. That's why you gotta get grinding. But the good part is that when you're first in this game, there's a lot to do. And as long as you've got a purpose, the game is never boring. Once you lack purpose, that's when the game becomes boring. So for the most part, it's actually a good thing to have a lot to do. But I also hope that they stop with the over excessive systems. Because right now, that is their most unpleasant thing. There are just too many systems at play, and it's a bit rough. Yep, my ultimate Blair is cooking. He will be ready in 36 hours.
can do it. I need to float. As quiet as a monster.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that's kind of the problem. The people who've been playing since the beginning, they got nothing better to do. So, because they got nothing better to do, they have to sort of, keep the whole, they have to sort of keep the whole process going. So, unfortunately, no choice in the matter. Yep, they do. But that's just how it is, That's why there has to be, I believe, guidance.
I will cleanse this place.
I'll probably have to make some guide videos on what to do first, what to prioritize.
Death to the corrupt.
I can understand that it might be, Serena and Malevolent is for Void Erosion Purge, yes. Please enjoy that, Chester. That's the one you're seeking. I mean, the title does say Void Erosion Purge. So, yeah, just take your time. You gotta just have a goal, set one goal, and focus on that one character. Once you finish maximizing it, you'll feel good about it. Then you move on to the next, and the next, and the next. And over time, you'll see that, hey, before you know it, you got everything done. The most important thing is to find a good community to hang out with. This is why I stream a lot. You stream, while I'm streaming, you just do your own thing, put me on like a podcast. And life is good. Occasionally you get to hear me scold somebody, especially when they go out of line. Life is alright. It's the little things, you just gotta enjoy the little things, enjoy the journey. As long as you do that, you'll be fine. You don't enjoy the journey, you don't enjoy the little things, then then you won't be fine. You will be the opposite of fine. You'll be unfine. Well, you need an end game build first, Cobalt. So I would recommend building up my NS build, and then you'll be able to get to level 24 with no problem using an S. Most Keelans won't play in public because right now there's a lot of people that are all like, oh, you're running too far ahead, boo hoo hoo. So a lot of Keelans are just like, fine, y'all just play slow then, Yeah, it's just a small mini patch to address the Veil Analyzer problem because the Veil Analyzer basically was bugged. So yeah, that's what they sorted out. Currently, a lot of characters that could go very fast, they usually don't play in public. Just may as well solo. Because you play in public, people are gonna cry, get their underwear in a bunch. They're gonna be all like, meh, 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 meh. It's not worth it listening to an ambulance, essentially.
Into the light.
Oh, VP 31? Then in that case, it's just technique. I'll try the challenge, but at some later point, probably with Serena. I'll just blow through it. I genuinely cannot be bothered doing it now, but I will probably do it. Either that or with Glay. It's one of the two. I haven't decided which one yet, but one of the two. We'll see which Legion it is and blow through it, but another day. I'm really not going to bother doing it now. Here's a thumb for you, DBZ Nation, and I'm glad you think that, but remember what I said before, okay? Please don't let people, please don't say those kinds of things because people are just gonna, again, view you as a fanboy, and while we are a great community, I don't want fanboys here, so please let this be the last time that I remind you about that, good sir, okay? I'm glad you think so, I'm really happy you think so, but please do not. Okay? Fair enough, Martin. You can go and do that if you want. There's no right or wrong way to do that. Even if you say respectfully after. Okay, DBZ Nation? I've warned you a couple of times. I'm asking you as the streamer. This is my community. Please respect the rules. If you do that again, I will have to remove you. Okay? So please try to respect your streamer. If you don't respect me and you don't respect my rules, you can't even respect what I ask you to do, then it means that you're not a good member of the community. It doesn't matter what you think of the game. You're at my show. This is my community. Okay? Follow the rules. If you don't, it will get unpleasant very quickly. And I hope that won't be the case. Okay? Nothing wrong with that, Gabriel. And that's okay. I don't really worry about the legendaries. I'm just slowly enjoying it as a side game. But look, if you don't like it, that's completely fine. However, I am still going to promote it, so I ask you as well to respect that. Because for me, they are a great sponsor, and I think that people don't need the legendaries to feel that awesome. Some people go for them, but I don't worry about them. If people are desperate for them, there are ways to get them. Okay, let's see where I'm at on the tickets. Gosh darn, still a while to go. Okay, no sense in worrying about it again. Here we go. Now that I'm done rating, I can focus on this. Let's speed this. Well, a team would make it a breeze.
We will not fail.
But if you do find it difficult, you can always just recruit people. I plan on doing it completely solo. When I eventually take it on, I will probably do it completely solo. However, I will tell you right now that, and listen, Knife Show, if you feel that way about me, then you can just get banned, dude. Goodbye, forever. You're the one that came crawling to my show to ask for answers, and you want to turn around and say that? Well, good luck to you, pal. Now you can't watch. Ta-da. Now, for the Serena, again, even solo, it should be doable. Either way, I will probably challenge it solo. I think that's what people want to see the most. However, if you are having trouble, I do recommend you party. If you want to. I mean, if you just want to blow through it. I can't guarantee when I'll do it, but I probably will at some later time. You know what I find funny? When people get told off because they're just being dicks or acting out for attention. They want the streamer's attention. Streamer doesn't give it to them. But again, I'll throw the question back at them. What kind of bills do they pay to demand my attention? My attention is a privilege, not a right.
This is divine punishment.
So always remember this, when you are, and this is not targeted at anyone other than that jackass Knife Show, but when you're at somebody's show, when you're at somebody's place, respect them. If you show no respect to me, then you get no respect either. There's a very clear wall and a very clear divide. I'm your streamer. I lead you. You support me, and that's the be-all and end-all of the story. You don't want to support me, there's a door you can watch somebody else, you know? Saying it in general to all the people who are still hate watching me in the background as well. Why? There are the choices, right? But let me also say that the only reason you're here is because you know that I'm the greatest being alive, and you are stuck. You are stuck watching me because you know that no one else will ever give you the time of day. Try the recruitment chat, Cobalt. There's a chat in game that you can just literally go to the recruitment chat and say, looking for people for whatever. And if you sit around in Albion, you might be able to find them. Or, why not try the official Discord? A lot of people do group up from the official Discord, so there's more than one way to link up. If it is the same as VEP 30, then it should be fine. Although, I will say that anyone who completed it before now using the Veil Analyzer had easy mode turned on, and I know a couple of people took advantage of that. I'm not going to name names, but discount their information because Veil Analyzer was patched today. I'm not sure, Black Order. I specialized my Malevolent for VEP 30. Sure, no problem, Cobalt. The official Discord might be the way to go then. Hey, Lady Neo.
We will not fail. I am ready. Death to the corrupt.
Well, first and foremost, I need these tickets. If I have time after I finish gathering the tickets, I'll at least give it a try. But yeah, I didn't specialize my Malevolent for Toxic. You'd have to specialize your Malevolent specifically for Toxic if you want to delete Tormentor fast. For me, I'm using the Malevolent for VP 30. So I got the chill on there instead.
We will not fail. Purification.
No problem, Black Order. Sorry I couldn't give you a much better response. But yeah, once I specialized my weapon, I wouldn't bring it into Tormentor because I knew that, bad idea to specialize this weapon. But I knew I had to because it was just a good choice for VP. If I get a big drop, this will go by a lot faster, but otherwise we just clear it fast. Here we go.
Into the light. Death to the corrupt.
Excuse me. Genuinely grateful for Serena and the last dagger right now. It's so good knowing that I can just go in, smoke him easily, grab what I need, and off I go. Well, Serena is a great choice, and I say everybody should have her. But depends on you, Lady Neo. I don't know how much time you have to play. If you're gonna take First Descendant serious again, then I would really recommend Serena. She's a great choice.
I have punished the wicked.
Well, we don't know for sure, Duxton. I think that that's why a lot of people are lacking in confidence now. Because although the devs announced clearly about the Ines nerf, and they've already announced their intention to nerf Serena, which is why everyone should get used to her right now, you know, clear it quickly.
I have punished
But
the wicked.
we don't know for sure what they are going to do or what they're even planning to do, you know? So because we have no clear picture as to what they're going to do or what they intend to do, I can't say for certain. That said, I would tell you that it is a good idea to take advantage of it for now, for as long as you can. But hopefully they won't change it, because the last dagger was useless until the buff. Then they finally buffed it and it's usable on Glay and Serena. 2 characters. It's not usable on any other character. So this is the idea. So yeah, enjoy it for now, and if they do decide to change it in future, then well, that's on them. But it's literally got a niche use, you know, so I don't know how good it'll be if they alter this.
Purification.
Still, like I said, it is what it is, so all we can do is just take it as it comes. Realistically, that's all you can do.
We can do it. I have punished the wicked.
They did, but the problem is that most of them are in the Sigma sector, and they are pretty tough to farm. Well, Star, I honestly cannot answer that question. Because if you find that this game is too time-consuming, the game is ultimately still going to be a grindy game no matter what you play. They have reduced the grind for a lot of aspects, but they are always going to introduce more things to grind, because that's what players are here for. It's a looter shooter. So if you want to just play it casually and not grind, then this is not the game for you. Honest answer. Okay, the TFD is the type of game where people want to sit down 2-3 hours at a time. You know, they have a goal in mind, they grind for that goal, they have fun, then they leave. That's the type of game it is, and that's the type of game it will always be. So while certain grinds have improved greatly, there are still a number of things to grind. So if you find it too time consuming, then looter shooters are not for you. That's just me being honest. However, if you want to, give it a try now, see how you feel about it. If you don't like it, no skin off your back, you can always leave.
It is time for your judgment.
One thing about gaming is that never go against your own personal genre. I don't know why a lot of people do it. Not targeting you, Steyr, or anybody else, but I just like to make the statement in general. I always find it weird, you know? I always find it weird and, in fact, a little stupid. Again, not targeting anyone when I say this, but I just want to be blunt about it. I always find it weird and a little bit stupid when people, you know, they play games that are not their genre. Like, you know it's not your genre. Why are you trying? Like, for me, I don't play fighting games. I don't play battle royals. I know I don't like those types of games. So unless I was offered a significant, like, sponsorship that's like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month or a week to play something like that, then I'm not going to touch it. Because I know I'm going to be crap at it. I know I'm not going to have any fun, you know? So you should always know your game genre and your game taste. So if you find that something goes against your game genre or game taste, don't even think about trying it. Throw it away. Play something else. That's the way I always operate. Because I tell you, you're going to waste your time. And time is the one thing you do not want to waste.
can do it.
But yeah, a lot of grinds have been reduced. However, there are still a good many things to grind. So, you know, there are other areas to grind. You could vary your grind, but ultimately there is still a grind, no matter what. So unless you enjoy a little bit of that grind, looter shooters are a tough sell for people that just want to, you know, chill out, shoot a couple of guns. Probably not the best idea. That's why, like, fully enough, that's why I enjoy PvP, because sometimes I just want to go at other players and not worry too much about my progression. That is true, Duxton. The 70 runs of Biolab was ass. So there's a lot that has drastically improved, you know, and I like that. I really do.
We will not fail. Purification.
I think we're all reminded of that horror, my dear friend. I think we all of us, remember exactly how it felt. We all know the pain. Terrible, terrible stuff.
Purification.
Well, no, I wouldn't say it's 700 runs of Sigma, but yes, I am aware that you have to run it a lot. Ha, Omi. Well, that's why you gotta follow me, because when a season is ending, I do remind people of that. And they do tell you, and they have told you multiple times now. Alright, when a season is ending, always tune into streams. Check if anything is gonna disappear. You know? Always gotta ask. And if you're not sure, well, this is the place to get information. You know why I direct people to my build videos and things like that? Because it's a lot easier to answer these types of more crucial questions on stream rather than going through an entire build that I've done before, you know? So I like to use my time effectively. No problem, Omi. I'm very happy with those that do understand my work. Or, you know, like I said, it's always better than those people that tune into my show, ask random shit, ask this and that, tell them to go to a video, they don't even want to look at that. So viewers that show me respect, you know, they ask good questions, they follow my videos, I respect them back. Those that want to waste my time, now those people. Those people.
I have punished the wicked.
Sometimes I think they need a little punishment. Alright, onward we go. Saddest thing is that although they're banned from chatting on my channel, they're still here watching me in the background. Like, you know, if you're that hard up, then why try and insult me in the first place? Like, I literally know you're still watching, dude. Just don't be like that, man. On the one hand, they will call me pretentious, obnoxious, rude, abrasive, toxic, but they don't realize that their behavior is the behavior of somebody insane. It is sad, John, but it's how it is. Why do you think I'm so confident whenever I say they all come crawling back? You watch, a couple of weeks, you know, when they're sick of it, they'll make a new account and try to apologize. Or they won't even let me know they're on a new account. They'll just be silent in the background. Just so that in case they need to, they can chat. And you watch, because a lot of them turn so meek. I'll tell them, hey, go watch the video. And they'll be like, okay, I'll go watch the video now. They learn their lessons. Maybe it's because people don't teach lessons enough these days. I'm actually gonna do a little something here. It's time for me to reinstall this. Uninstall one thing, reinstall the other.
We can do it. Death to the corrupt.
No problem, nobody. I'm here to help. But like I said, I always direct people to where they can find the correct information. And the reason is because it's a lot easier if the information's already been cited. It'll help you out if you review it. Plus, saves time for me, because I don't have to explain the same thing 300 times, right? Which means I can keep doing what I need to do. Okay, all clear. Alright. Let's go. I think I'm almost done here. Yep, almost there. Let's go a little bit more. We'll grab the we'll grab the Almighty, and then we'll move on. Grab my 2 skins for the week, and then I'm good. You know, if only I had known that they would have made the dino skins universal. Damn. It was back in the day when they weren't universal. I should have gotten the dino skin. It would have been nice. Now all I got is the panda. The Tormentor needs to understand that this is a business transaction. He gives me vouchers, then I leave him alone. Once a week, I gotta milk my 600 vouchers from him, and you know, it's a simple, very friendly process, you know. Yeah, I can use the panda one on all characters, which is why it's great. But, you know, before I spend on more skins, I want to see that this game is going to be the best. Already they lost 2,000 players, so damn. If they can't maintain their player count, it's going to be a rough time, ladies and gents. It is, genuinely.
New subscriber detected.
Purification.
Yeah, we lost 2K players today. But that is normally what happens one day after the update. We need to see how much we can maintain over this weekend and over the next few days, because the loss of 2K players is usually people come and check the update. They will look at it for 5 minutes and they'll say, oh, anything hot? And I'll be real with you. I think those 2,000 people were hoping for the one-handed dynamic motion coming in today, but nope. So because that didn't happen, they probably left again. But that's how it is. This season, despite a lot of positive changes and, you know, the fact that we had a great storyline, I think Nexon, sorry, not Nexon, Magnum Studios, because Magnum Studios are the devs, Nexon's just the publisher. But I think that what Magnum Studios needs to understand is that what players are here for is very simple. They have cultivated a massive audience of gooners. They need to cater to those. So once the dynamic motion comes in, yeah, life will be a lot easier. The gooners will have something to do while playing one-handed. But the other thing is that they need to understand that storyline and content is what drives most of us. We don't need more Descendants. We don't need all that crap. What we really need is more storyline, more content. So I don't know if they're leaving over dynamic motions. I'm just making a guess based on how many questions I got. I told them all dynamic motions coming in May. Then you see less players in the game instantaneously. I think they got their answer, right? Because all they're really hoping for
Face the flame.
is a little bit of pixel love, you know. I don't blame them. Frayne a tank build? No, I do not. I wouldn't use Frayne as a tank. Sorry, Pearl. That's a very odd way to play Frayne. I only build efficient builds here, so if you want those weird niche builds, you might have to go elsewhere. So my sincere apologies, Pearl. I'm sorry that I cannot fulfill your request. I don't have a Frayne tank build. And I certainly wouldn't use her as a tank, so again, my sincerest apologies. Well, Rob Griffin, a lot of people, you gotta understand in this day and age, a lot of people are lonely. Do you know how successful those AI chatbots are, the ones where you can have not safe for work conversations with them? How do I know? It's because I own one. Not particularly for not safe for work conversations. I actually use it for my creative process. But again, I'm not going to disclose that because it's to do with my music and stuff. But I do have one of those programs that helps me frame a lot of my thoughts and things like that. But look, a lot of people use them for other things, you know? So there's a lot of people in this world, Rob, that need those things. And look, you want to make money, you got to cater to your audience, right? This game was already pegged as a waifu collector or a husbando collector, whatever you want, whichever way you want to slice it. So to me, it makes sense that they've literally, you know, chosen this pathway, that they're going down this road.
Divine punishment.
Cater to that audience pays our server costs. Don't forget that. Give them a reason to stick around and spend, and they'll have fun.
Ask twice as a monster.
Always funny. Not really. And the only reason I disagree with them with saying they cheapened the game because of that is mainly because on a personal level, I know for a fact that they are using different teams for that anyway, so I don't think they're cheapening the game for that. Rather, I think they need to understand where their focus should lie. This game was already, like many other Eastern games, already about selling the appeal of the characters. Don't forget, Stellar Blade was like that, and that's a fantastic game. I don't see people hang Stellar Blade over that. And Stellar Blade has way skimpier outfits than we do, let's be honest about that. Lots of other games out there are all in the exact same boat. Hell, let's even talk about Raid Shadow Legends. Even Raid Shadow Legends has characters that look really good. All games appeal to humans in that way, Rob. It's a choice if they don't. But you can't stop that, and if it's what attracts people, then I'm not going to knock the devs for adding it into their game or considering it. It went well, Star. Now, you know who I worry about, Rob? I worry about the people that are excessively offended by it. You know, because while I don't think a game needs it, at the same time, if a game wants to have it, what's wrong? You know, why can't they have it? Rather, for me, I worry about the people that are, you know, a bit prudish. Because they're the type of people who turn real Karen real fast, you know. Just gonna put it out there. You do anything they don't like, they're gonna be up on you. You know, I'd rather the more relaxed people. Fair. Like, for me, I don't think it's needed either, but at the end of the day, it's how marketing works, you know. You always gotta cater to as many people as possible without completely losing sight of who you are. Problem for these guys is that they have lost sight to an extent, in my opinion, of who they are. That's how I feel. I think that if they want to recover that, then they need to, you know, take a good look at themselves, understand what's going on with, you know, their business, and focus up. 36 hours. And Lord Spawn, my Ajax build is on my channel. I suggest you follow it. It's already been released. I'm more surprised that you don't know about it. How come you don't know about it? You should be watching every single one of my videos, my friend. Not watching my videos is not cool. Go find the video and watch it, okay? Always watch every single video that I put out, because that's how you get good. If you don't want to get good, I can't help you, but if you want to get good, watch every single video. Don't miss them. By the way, Serena's skins were supposed to also show up in this particular skin, which is literally her armor. Where are her freaking wings? I need to put her damn wings back.
If there's something you need.
And if somebody was really complaining, like genuinely, they were complaining about her wings because they wanted to see the so-called bakery, then they are sick people who shouldn't even be playing this game. They took away one of the most unique things about her. Her freaking wings, which are a part of her character. I think that was the dumbest change they ever made. No problem, Lord Spawn. Please enjoy. Either way, I hope they get their shit together. Now, we've done that. Let's go... Void version. Okay. Still going to use Veil Analyzer, which is fine. Let's see. It's just 3 rank 10 cores of each. Well, whatever. Taking her wings is criminal. Could be the case, Duxton, but I want them to give me a toggle. I was promised a toggle. They said I could toggle it on or off if I wanted to. I don't see a toggle. I mean, her wings will open up when she's in the field or using her skills, but they don't show up in town, which is, again, silly. Anyway, let's go kick some butt.
Do not fall.
Man, I know it was a bug, but the Veil Analyzers kind of made this extra awesome. Oh wait, I'm using the wrong build again, aren't I? Forgot. Ah well. I'm missing some of the extra damage now. Well, that's okay.
Reloading. I am loading. I need to reload.
Which way? Oh, there. I got so confused in that doorway. I was like, what the hell? So far, so good.
Do not fall.
They didn't nerf the damage. They made skills viable. That's all. Also, a lot of people have been abusing the bug with Veil Analyzer. That's all. Now it's pretty normal. But you should also have a proper build. You have a proper build, you can survive most things. Don't have a proper build, well, life gets a lot more miserable. Also, don't fly into a corner like me.
We can do it.
Where are they? Oh, there.
Oh no. Let me go. Ascending.
Oh, man. Okay, that was not
Do
wise.
not fall. Reloading.
Okay, let's dress down. There's a dude. Sometimes these dudes just hang out in weird spots.
On the move. Oh no. It appears I am in danger.
Oh my god, there's this one guy there. What a nerd.
Face the flame.
If anyone's wondering why I'm slower than intended, I have the wrong, what you call it? I got the wrong inversion reinforcer setup, unfortunately. But that I can resolve pretty easily.
Into the light. Loading. My shield.
Sorry, Lindley, I'll have to answer your question a little later. Kind of concentrating at this moment.
Face the flame.
Ooh, damn. Died because I got one attached to me. That's the only downside. Death is definitely going to be a problem. But listen, for elemental damage, just structure it for 30 and that's all you need to worry about. And Star,
Cleanse this place.
you don't worry about the flying mostly. Honest to God, you're just trying to speed through things. So do I enjoy anything? The answer is no, and you should know that by now. Enjoyment itself is also a waste of time.
I need to reload.
All that matters is efficiency.
Loading. My shield.
Shame on the timing, but it is what it is. To adjust next round and avoid death. Ah, didn't have that. Darn. Have to adjust this.
My shield has been damaged. My shield.
Firing Fiesta is probably the best idea. Okay, gonna swap my stuff. Because it's the truth. I do this to make money, so I don't worry about it. Anyway, swapping elemental damage, Lindley, you don't have to worry too much about it. Up until Void Erosion Purge 30, it's not a big deal. You can get literally to stage 24 with just spamming an S, and then after that, you can just build Serena Malevolent, and she'll carry you even if you structure your elements only for stage 30. I never really bothered swapping elements much, so that's how I did it. But you can adjust accordingly. Okay, first we're gonna need chill here, and this is gonna have to swap over to this. Other than that, strike point amplification is fine. Okay, gonna do over. Did I max out her reactor? I'm pretty sure I did. It should be maxed. Okay, again. This descendant's called Serena. Are you daring to ask questions, Star? You should know better than that. Okay, I won't get the clear reward again, but let's see if I can pass this one solo without further modifying my builds. If it really comes down to it, I might have to actually further modify these builds, but it should be alright.
I will not allow you. I need
Some people will say certain bonuses and benefits are minor, and I will tell them they are wrong. Even the smallest change can affect your final output drastically.
face the flame. My shield faltered.
Craig, if you troll, I will throw you out here. You know that, right? What's the best gun? I swear. This man, you pushing the limits, buddy.
Reloading. Reloading.
What's the difference between dogs? One heals you, one gives you ammo.
We will not fail. I shall not fall like this. Loading.
Ah, crap.
Into the
Now it
light.
doesn't matter. That was my big mistake. Should not have done that.
I am loading.
Well, this will have to do temporarily.
I need to reload. Do not fall.
Everyone farms reactors in Sigma sectors, dude. Just bum around in Sigma sector and you'll find tons of reactors. Yeah, both doggos pick up stuff. That's true. But you should always have both doggos, level them both up, and then read their abilities. You will know which one works. Don't have to worry about that. Martin Starr is very rarely offended by anything. That's why she can hang out with me.
I'm a Descendant. Reload. Oh no. I will rise.
I will refuse to answer any questions about Ultimate Blair. You guys already, I told you guys already, be patient. Especially you, John C. I told you before, go be patient. When you see the stream says testing Ultimate Blair, that's when you need to know about it. Okay? Patience is a virtue. If you cannot even respect me enough to give patience to me, then brother, that's not very cool, is it? Indeed, and I said be patient again. When Ultimate Blair is ready, alright, there will be a stream that says testing Ultimate Blair. I said that before.
We can do it.
Okay. Not the best, but passed it. So, easy. So you don't have to change a thing, just run your Serena build and you're good to go. It's just about playing my Serena build, just go through, you're all good, make sure everything is settled. Like, if you don't have everything correctly in accordance with what I've taught you guys, like literally all this isn't perfect, you won't be able to do it. Listen, Anbei, if you have any problems with the way that I answer questions, there's a door. You can leave the stream or I can throw you out right now. I mean, I answered your question when you asked, and now you want to say, or I could give a normal answer. There's a door. You can leave if you don't like it. Okay, I'll say it again. I've already told you guys, don't question me about Ultimate Blair when the testing stream is here, because I've had 15 bajillion questions about this. If you cannot respect my time, you cannot respect me, don't ask. You want to disturb me or annoy me, there's a door, you can get out. And I do not give a damn because you will be replaced with the next viewer, plain and simple. Okay? Hope I've made that clear across the board. I am using the Veil mod, but the bug has been removed already. I just find it's a decent choice. I do plan on trying without it, but I don't feel the timing is going to be too different because either way, even if I use weak point expansion, it's only every 5 seconds anyway. Sorry, what Descendant group page, Princess Star? I have no idea what you're even talking about. Is Sigma Sector good for leveling Descendants or is Special Operations still the best? Okay, Reven. Simple answer is that Special Operations are a better choice, but a lot of people choose to level in Sigma Sector because you can get arcade tuning as well, so 2 birds with 1 stone kind of dealio, because you have to keep running the Sigma Sector anyway. Well, Anbei, again, I'll state it, you do not understand the situation. I already gave him the answer earlier today. So, look, if you want to comment on the way that I do things, then I will tell you again, there is absolutely a reason for kicking and banning. So if you do not want to be banned, Anbei, don't question a streamer's decisions. Don't ask me about why I made this decision or made this statement or anything like that. If you're not satisfied with that, you can remove yourself from my stream. Okay, this is the last time I'll tell you that. If you cannot respect the decisions I make or the statements that I make, or you do not like the way that I talk, you know, leave. Simple. Okay? For Ines, you do not need to see my build because it's already on my channel, Blurs. Just watch the video. So anytime you need a build, if I've already done the build, go to the video. Why? Because the video covers everything from A to Z. So you should always only consult the video. You should never need to ask me, because if you're asking me, it means you haven't seen the video or, you know, you want something else, which is usually not a good thing. So here's the video for Ines. Remember, on my channel, unless you cannot find the updated video, you should always go to the video, because the video covers Reactor, external components, build, everything you need A to Z. So on this channel, you should never need to ask the streamer, what is your build? Can I see the build for a second? We don't do that here. And I'll tell you why. Dependency on me having to pull up the screen and show you the build video is literally a trick that low-level content creators will use to get you coming back to their streams. Whereas for me, you can see that I'm literally just relaxed. I don't even need to worry about my viewership because everybody comes here anyway. You want the best information, you want the best stuff, you come here. That's why everything you need is in the build video. So just consult the build video and you will never go wrong, because anything that I do on stream is tested before being put into the build video. No changes. If there are any changes, I'm required to produce an updated video. So I know that you're new at this channel because I haven't seen you before, but yeah. This is the way we do things here. Here, we have a very, very strict and professional operations. We keep to the rules. So as long as you follow the rules, you'll have no troubles. That's why you'll see nobody in chat, unless they're completely new. They don't ever ask me, hey, what's the build? Can I see the build? And if they ask me that, then I know that they're new. I know that they haven't been here long. Because for those that are experienced members of the channel, they just go straight to the vids. Don't even need to ask. Get YouTube Premium, nobody, and then you'll never miss anything I say. Best way to help out your streamer. Well, I appreciate you rewinding and checking back. No worries at all, Blurs. I can tell you're new. I usually, like, if the person's new, because I remember every single person that comes to my channel, I'll just let them know how it works here. Because I understand how different it can be to other channels, and I'm aware that other channels don't handle things as professionally as we do. So it can be a very different experience. But once you get used to it, you realize that this is way better. No problem, Lindley. Like I said, as long as everybody respects the rules, it's a very, very pleasant time. But you fail to respect the rules, you know, you try to go against me or you try to argue this and that. First and foremost, there are friends in chat, but I'm not friends with most of you. All right, so please have that boundary. Please have that wall. You are a viewer. I'm a streamer. And I say this across the board. Whatever I say in my place of work, in my space of work, goes. Don't ever try and argue that, oh, you should say it like this. Oh, you should say it. No. If I say something, you keep to that without exception. Do not ever deviate from what I say. All right? Because you're not going to have a pleasant time. Craig, you're pushing it. Do you want a 24-hour channel ban? I can give you one. All right? I know you like to troll me, Craig, but come on, it's not cool, because especially if you're one of my regular viewers and people see you doing that and I just don't do anything to you, then they're going to take the same attitude with me. And you are one of my top supporters, Craig, but I will have to give you 24 hours for trolling me. Okay? Don't troll me. Because I will make an example of you if it comes down to that, good sir. Let's see, what are the other elements? Oh, I thought you were trolling me because you like doing that from time to time. Fair enough. I missed Princess's statement. Well then, Star, make sure you correct him immediately. Okay? You should be the one asking. Okay, so Star deserves punishment for this. I will now ban Star for 58 hours. Because how dare she even exist or breathe? You disgust me. Alright. This is the arcade tuning page, Star. This is something like Diablo 4's Paragon board, or the Paragon boards and all the other things. Now, next time, I want you to go and research my old videos instead of asking questions, Star. You should know this as a regular. I'll kill you myself. But yeah, basically the arcade tuning is used to modify how a character works and give them certain bonuses, things like that, so you can adjust in accordance with what is needed. All right. So skill power, you can have like crits, multi-hit, whatever you need. Adjust in accordance with what you need to do. You can have 3 setups. So, and you can reset with no cost. So just all that matters is getting the levels from the Sigma sector. You just need arcade tuning XP and you're good to go. That is a quick summary of the arcade tuning. Okay. And Craig, I'm watching you. Not the first time you've trolled me, though. So I'm still watching you. Thou shalt not get an apology. Thou shalt get this narrow eyes, and I will watch you like a hawk. Because you and Star have done that to me before. So, no. Okay, this one is Order of Truth. I might build electric for that. We'll see. Or I might run around with an S. I don't know. You do not get one, Craig. Until the day that you do not troll me by asking me what is my favorite descendant, and don't pretend like you haven't done that a couple of times, you will not receive an apology. You receive no apology. In fact, you receive an unapology for even bothering to exist. Shameful. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I'm watching you two. Okay, I've got a couple of minutes in Sigma sector before I'm heading off. I will be back tomorrow morning, though. All-purpose Glay? There's no such thing as all-purpose Glay. There's only one Glay build right now. Glay and Last Dagger. you should check out that build video because that one will pretty much be what you use for everything. There's also one with the rocket launcher, but that one is up to you whether you want to use it. So make sure you master the Glay and Last Dagger build first. If you really want the rocket launcher build, look for the Restored Relic build,
Proceed with caution.
which is here. This one is also used with Glay. But in future, Fernando, make sure you watch every single build video in my playlist. Alright? Because you should memorize all my builds. It is very important. Lady Neo,
Initiating stealth.
you of all people should know that you can turn off explosions. I am extremely disappointed as one of my close friends. Have you not been watching my content, Lady Neo? You can turn off explosions and you should know the setting to turn them off. I will show you momentarily, but Jesus Christ. You of all people, Lady Neo, you don't know how to turn off explosions. Like, for real.
New subscriber detected.
Those of you that are my friends should literally already know everything here. What is this lack of knowledge that I'm seeing today?
Initiating stealth.
I've never been more disappointed in you, Lady Neo, than I am at this moment. Okay. Under options, display, hide explosions on all targets. There's even a YouTube short for it. Now here's your homework, Lady Neo. Even though I've shown you the option, I want you to go and find that YouTube short as well, and you better watch it. Or else I'll be very angry with you. If it's from a normal viewer, fine, you know, maybe they don't get to hear all the extra explanation. Come on, Lady Neo, come on. You have access to my Discord of all things. Alright, anyway, now you know. You shall no longer be blinded by explosions.
Unseen.
Yep, they now made it so you can turn off your own explosions as well, Star, so make sure you double check that option since you haven't been here in months. Adjust the settings to whatever you need, whether you need to turn off your own explosions or not. But for me, I minimize the graphics because it's a lot easier. If you turn off all explosions, you can basically just essentially ignore frame rate issues for the most part. Now, there's still frame rate issues with some characters, so do take note of that. But for the most part, you can ignore it, which is really, really good. Yep, pretty much. I'm more concerned that you actually play a 400% with other people. Like, bruh. If I see a 400%, I'm like, nah, I'll do it alone. Unless I'm running with friends, but for the most part, there's no need for me to do so. Much more quick if I kill it all myself.
Initiating stealth operation.
Well, it's okay, nobody, you're new. These other people here have been here for ages. I produce a YouTube short, and they don't even watch it, you know? Like, what the hell, Lady Neo? What the hell? Literally produced a short saying, this is how you turn off explosions. And then Lady Neo's like, oh, explosions are still blinding me. Come on. Baron, you better upgrade to a PS5 soon. Because don't forget, they are going to remove support for PS4. Welcome back, John.
New subscriber detected.
This is HQ. Troops are on the ground.
New mechanic.
Transport is en route to standby position. Best of luck.
The only mechanic, there's only one new mechanic introduced, which is the ability to upgrade your reactors and external components. So how can I have a fave new mechanic when there's only one?
Initiating stealth.
But as for how I'm liking the update, I'll be real with you, Marley, as I've told other people, I don't give a damn about the update. The only thing I care about is the player count going to go up and therefore increase my profit? no increase to profit, then I'm gonna be miserable.
Entering stealth.
And then on that day that I'm miserable, I will actually have to apologize to Craig. Because I tell you, Craig and a couple of you guys are gonna be the only ones left watching. It's that sad.
Activating stealth.
So I hope to God that people actually stick with this update. Alright? But pretty soon, you know, I'm actually gonna have to be nice to people in chat. And wouldn't that be a travesty? Be a whole new day of sorrow on that day. But welcome, new subscribers.
You won't find me.
Nothing wrong. It's just practice, man. Even I have 8-second clears sometimes. Don't mind it. Just keep practicing and just keep training. Eventually, you'll find a pattern that works for you higher up. Even I don't get consistent clears all the time. Like week to week, sometimes I get consistent clears, sometimes I don't. So I'm not God. I don't have God-like aim. I wish I was God, but I'm not. Anyway, thank you, new subscribers. Welcome. I hope to God that more people do
Stealth state.
end up playing the game and sticking around, because honestly, it's so sad that you can count on your fingers how many new people are really coming into this game.
Descendant. I will do bidding.
So for me, I just pray that the devs understand that, hey, their updates are nice, but they kind of need to pick it up, and what everyone appears to be craving the most is content, you know?
Unseen.
I do not wish to put my faith in dynamic motion, but I am 100% certain that it will be a very important thing. Very true, Heather.
You won't find me.
Well, I'm sure you will, Craig. I actually will be introducing a new game to y'all where I'm also a partner. I just haven't played it in a year, but I'm also a partner for that game. I'll be introducing that next week. But at the end of the day, I feel disappointment in that this
Ground actual to
was
HQ.
the game
Mission complete. Requesting
that
transport
I
support.
wanted to be my forever game, and I think that it still can be, but I hope to God it lasts 2 more seasons. I think they need 2 more seasons before they become perfect. That to me is where I feel that they're at. Unfortunately, Real Hustle, I do not generally comment on other games because, again, I'm a
This is Hound
professional
Action.
YouTuber. I think that it's
Warning extreme concentrations of void
I think that
energy
if I do that, it's a bit
All
unprofessional.
units, please proceed
That
at
being
your
said,
own discretion.
I
But
do
exceed
not
your
compare
limits.
games on a game-to-game basis, but what I can certainly say is that the Warframe community has been extremely disturbing to me, because they seem almost like a bunch of cultists beholden to the game in a very twisted manner. They always seem to be asking everybody to play their game. And as much as I would like more people to play TFD, I'm not really going to go around like a Jehovah's Witness. So, yeah, I prefer if we just don't discuss Warframe. I don't want to attract more of those creepy people here, if you don't mind.
You won't find me.
Well, the game isn't even out for a year, but here's the thing. They're always going to have competitors, so they need to step it up real fast. And I hope that they do. I pray that they find their direction. Like I said, I think it's going to be another 2 seasons, but I hope that they
Descendant,
hold
we're detecting arcade
for
life
those 2
signs inside
seasons
a Vulcan
because it's getting
structure.
real sad real fast. I will always be here, guys. No problem at all. But I'm an honest man. I told you guys, as long as the profits are good, I'm good. But the second the profits dip, I'm gone. You know, because I got a family to feed. You know, and last month was dope. Because last month was so good with the release of Season 3 and all that. Last month was hot. Last month was the best. But then 1 month later, dude, my revenue dropped like a ton of bricks.
Unseen.
Because we went from 21,000 players straight up to 7,000 in the span of a 1/3 of a season. Which it has never happened before, which is why it's so worrying, you know? I made this month thus far, I have made approximately, now of course the month hasn't ended, so there's still more time for earnings, but I have actually made this month approximately $500 less. Thank God for my sponsored raid stream, because that's the only thing that helped me cover that gap. I made $500 less this month than I did last month. That's a lot of money. I don't think they are. I'm pretty sure that's the recruitment chat. Remember, I opened up the recruitment chat by accident earlier, so now it's just coming through to my feed, but I'm just ignoring it. The DMs are pink. I believe that they're just using the recruitment chat as their own private chat. I don't think anyone's trying to message me in game, not for now anyway. Besides, even if they were, I probably wouldn't take it. Of course, I was content creating before TFD. I created content for a lot of games. I'm still a partner for a lot of games. Just like with those games, once the profit tanked, I moved. So, you know, if they want me to come back, it's got to be for pay. That's why I work so much with Raid Shadow Legends, because they pay really well. Helps me out a lot. But yeah, I've been a content creator for more than 3 years. I'm very experienced in this industry, so pretty much everybody knows me. And if they need a reliable, honest YouTuber, they phone me up. Like, hey, robot, can you come and make some content, you massive nerd? And I'll be like, no. When you pay me, maybe. But if you ain't gonna pay me, I'm gonna slap you. But yeah, all things considered, all jokes aside, there's another game I'm gonna be trying. It's called Last Epoch. All right, now, anyone who doesn't have that game, buy it through my specific link. All right, I'll be showcasing it next week. Maybe, if I've got some time. I've also got to divide my time between that and Monster Hunter Wilds, because I got some more of that to do. But yeah, honestly, I just enjoy a whole variety of games. As long as TFD has always been my main, though. Like, TFD has been my main for like 8-9 months now, and it's been good. A lot of people talk about the raid system, but the only reason I've shut down those discussions is because, I'll tell you this, Real Hustle, the biggest problem with a raid system is that we can't even get people to coordinate for co-op. There's no incentive to co-op other than being slightly better than your friends or carrying your friends. So this has been like one of the major issues.
It must be shot down.
And I think that that's why right now raids are not feasible and not possible. Well, Pope, I don't think they're going to nerf Freyna. If they genuinely nerf Freyna, that would be the dumbest thing ever, because Freyna can barely do what Ines does. So I don't think they're going to nerf Freyna. As far as I know, they're only going to nerf Selena, not Freyna, because they already stated that Freyna does not drastically affect the game. So I don't know where you heard about it, but if you remember the discussion about the balance patch, and you can watch my patch notes video around the balance patch with the nerf, the director straight up commented they're not going to nerf Freyna. I already have a creator link, Duxton, but yes, if I stream it next week, I'll have a special link where you can pick it up. So if you don't mind waiting till next week, keep an eye out for a Last Epoch stream. It's usually in the morning. Even if you miss the stream, don't worry, you can go to my stream and there'll be a link there in the first line of the stream description there where you can buy it and support me at the same time. Because I'm pretty sure I'm still a creator. I just have to sort it out with the management next week. But I'm too tired to do it this week because I had my sponsorship, I had this update, and I'm bushed. So this week, I'm done. I am finished being human this week. I will be human next week. But yeah, I'll probably be showcasing some of it next week. They did nerf Ines, and they haven't, and I don't think they're going to nerf Freyna. That's what I was telling Pope. So,
Large Vulgus presence confirmed in
again,
the operation
I don't know who
zone.
told you they're going to nerf Freyna, but where's the source of your
Descendant,
information?
on your feet.
Did it come from the dev? Did the dev say it? Because I don't think the dev said it if you look at the last comment. And again, dev Q&A is a bit iffy. But if they want to nerf anything, they're going to have a real hard fight on their hands. Because Keelan is also faster than Freyna. Ultimate Sharon can also be faster than Freyna. Well, if you think they're going to nerf Freyna, then okay, cool. We can make a bet and see what's going to happen. Well, here's the thing, Star. They nerfed Ines and their player base tanked immediately. Gumbo? No, I have not. I think you're relatively new here, so I'm gonna just let you know this because it might be your first time here. On this channel, I do things at the same pace as a regular FTP player. So because of that, I'm currently cooking Ultimate Blair. We never buy power. We never buy ahead of others because there's no point in me being ahead of you guys. That, I believe, is the mentality of those content creators who are desperate and, if I may say, abrasively total losers, because basically all they want to do is get ahead, release the content first, because they know that by the time I release my content, everyone's only going to follow my videos and my advice. So I do not do things early. I do things at the same pace as an FTP character because I believe that if you do things at the same pace as a regular member of the community, it's much more meaningful when I actually do test stuff. So yeah, you can wait till I have a stream. Usually what happens when I do this kind of thing is that I'll have a stream that says testing ultimate whatever or testing this character. Then you can come in and you can see my judgments firsthand as I work through the character. So I hope that makes you understand the workflow here and how we do things here. We're a bit different to other channels because I try to do this professionally. Well, like I said, Marley, the director's comment already stated that the only one they're looking at is Serena, and they basically got review bombed Star as soon as they nerfed Ines. Lots of players already left. Their player base tanked really hard. So I don't think they're going to nerf again anytime soon, and even if they do, they better grit their teeth because they're going to be in a lot of trouble. And I do mean a lot of trouble. They are going to be doomed. Of course, Duxton. Nobody wanted the nerfs. Everybody said balance patch good, balance patch good. Nah. Anyway, Pope, listen. Anything that you need to ask, you ask here first. You can ask here and we'll give you accurate information. We don't deal in speculation, so we don't talk nonsense either. So I hope that helps. That's why, when people tell me they're going to do this, they're going to do that, say, what's your source? Because if you listen to the information I provide, you'll get the accurate information. So please stick to what we provide unless you can get a source that is a dev or an official source. Could be an official moderator, could be an official content creator, but they themselves also need to cite their sources. And no worries, Gumbo. I'm glad that I was able to explain to you. Like I said, I remember every single person who ever walks through my stream. People think that I don't, but I actually do. Think of me like a bartender. You come into my bar once, I remember you. So when I see that somebody's new, I'll take the time to explain our ways to them. But if I've already explained something to them and they come in and ask me 2, 3, 4, 5 times, then I have no mercy and no patience for that. Because once I've told somebody something once, I expect them to also understand and remember it, So that's usually my style. That's why sometimes you'll see me when somebody comes in, they'll talk some shit and I'll be like, I told you this before, and I actually remember when I told it to you. Because I happen to have that type of memory where it's not photographic, but I can remember everything that occurs. So once I've seen a person once, I'm like, I remember this, man. Or something that somebody said once in my stream, I still remember that shit. So I use it for that purpose because I like to know my people. Last Epoch is kind of like Diablo 4 or Path of Exile. It's an ARPG. It was designed to be a better version of both, but ended up failing miserably last year. That being said, it appears to be getting a second win right now, so I'll give it a go next week, see how it feels. They had a big surge in players. Let me just pull that number up before I head off. I'm going off now, but yes. They had a big surge in players, and yeah, they're kind of kicking ass right now. Well, John Doe, the first thing is that Ultimate Bunny. Ultimate Bunny is always your first Ultimate Descendant. Build her in accordance to my build, and you're good to go. That is the first and most important character you should have. After that, you can build any other mobber you want. There's few. There's Sharon, Kaylin. As long as I've got a farming build on my channel, you can build any of them. But first, go get your Ultimate Bunny. If you already have Ultimate Bunny, then build whichever farming build you want. Valby is on my channel. Freyna, not yet. Freyna, I will work on next week. But Valby is already on my channel. You can access my updated Valby farming build. Check it out and enjoy. All right, I'm heading off now, but remember, there'll be TFD again in the morning, so please do look forward to that. Thank you very much for joining me. All right. Oh, wait, sorry. Tomorrow's Saturday. Actually, yeah, I'll do some TFD in the morning because honestly, I think it's better if I do. So I will see you guys for TFD in the morning. Y'all have a good one. Thank you very much. And one last thing before I go, if you guys want to really support your boy, as you guys know, I've been sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. I just did the sponsored stream. Please feel free to download the game. Just get to level 12. There's a whole bunch of free stuff. And if you check my sponsored stream, there's a list of codes you can use that are exclusive to if you use my link, you will get a bunch of free stuff and a legendary hero. So if you've never played it before, literally just play to level 12. If you don't like it, uninstall. But this is a great way to help me for free because I will get actual money if you reach level 12. And if you reach level 25, I get a big bonus. But that one's optional because it takes a while. All right. So thank you all very much. I'm glad you like my content, the way that I stream. I appreciate all of you. All right. I appreciate all of you putting up with my no-nonsense abrasive style. You know, I keep it real here, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Okay, y'all have a good one.